Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen. So, good morning, Amit, Ashok, Gopal, Tina. So, everyone, it's around 33 members who are connected and also in classroom training. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is Chandra. I'm here for, I hope everyone is able to hear me, right? Yeah, someone has connected from PC. PC, you are not hearing properly. Please check from your end. Please check all your things like. So this is Chandra. I am here for RPA training, and we are providing the RPA training last 1 year, both training and project explanations and resume preparation and the placement. This is all what we are doing it from RTL online training. Okay, so I'll just go ahead with today we'll be talking about what is RPA and what is the syllabus we are going to cover, and how about the RPA market, and who are the clients are using RPA, and this all we'll be discussing. What are different tools, the use cases. Okay, that's and tomorrow we'll be starting with the automation anywhere tool and then continuation. So first 3 days will be demo sessions: Monday, today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. These three are demo sessions. Okay. So from Thursday onwards, meeting ID will be changed. Thursday onwards, meeting ID will be changed. People who are enrolled, okay, so they will be able to access, and every session will be recorded. Whatever I'm going to teach, every session is going to be recorded here. Okay, and it will be shared in the YouTube. First demo sessions you can access from the YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel, RTL online training. Please subscribe to our channel so that you will receive a video. You will receive an video. Okay. So first 3 demo sessions will be uploaded through the YouTube. You can access, and after the remaining sessions will be sent through your Google Drive only for the people who has enrolled for the training. Okay, and it's 1 hour session every day, morning 6 to 7. Today I got delayed around 10 minutes due to some technical issues. Okay, so but actual time is 6 a.m. IST to 7 a.m. IST, and during my explanation, if you have any doubts, please enter in the chat window so that I'll clarify the sessions. Okay, I'll clarify the doubts. Still, if you are not clear about the explanation what I have given, okay, so I'll unmute you so that we can talk over the speakers. Okay, fine. So I hope everyone is able to hear me. So we are going to start first. This is classroom and online sessions. Okay. Is everyone is able to hear me now? Is it fine now? Yeah, good. Thank you. So this is online and classroom sessions, which we are conducting from RTL online training. So RTL is basically providing the online and classroom and placement for different technologies in RPA and Oracle and blockchain. This is all we are doing it. And we will be providing the classroom recordings. Every class will be recorded. Whatever we are going to discuss, every class will be recorded, and it will be shared across your Google Drive. And also we will have the quiz, nothing but interview questions, project and all this. And then 24/7 technical support will be providing, software installation and other things. Project explanation and interviews conduction, interviews and everything will be discussing. And we are ready to handle the telephonics and Skype interviews. And placement also we are going to provide. And then we are ready to give the certification. We are ready to give the certification details, how to do the certifications. And once you join in the course, there will be a 1 year access to everybody. Yes. Okay. So once you join in the course, within 1 year again, you can go for again a refresh. Or in case if your time is not available, you are struck with any other things, then you will be going for it. Yes, two participants has raised the hand. Please enter your doubt initially in the chat window. Okay. So if the doubt is cleared in the chat window, it will be helpful for others also, right? So we can take we can save our classroom time, and we can talk more about it. So I request all the people, if you have any doubts, please enter in the chat window in the initial stage, and I'll clarify that. Still, if you are not clear, then you please raise the hand so that we can communicate each other through the speakers. So this is about the trainer which I am going to give my details about this. Yeah. Okay. So first we'll talk about RPA, robotic process automation, robotic process automation. So what is RPA? So robotic process automation. So robotic means nothing but, robotic is nothing but mimicking a human user same way as human does. It's mimicking a human user same way as a human does. Exactly. Okay. Fine. So first we'll try to find the definition for all these three words: robotic process automation here. Okay. So first we'll talk about automation. So what is meant by automation? Sequence of steps which are performed without any human interference. So whenever we are going to perform sequence of steps without any human interference, then we call it as an automation. So one time we'll configure that steps will be performed automatically by the system, automatically by the robot. So that's we call it as an automation. So if we perform it manually, then it's a manual process. If it is done by the robot, it's going to be automation. And process, what is the meaning of process? Process is nothing but sequence of meaningful activities. Sequence of meaningful activities that make up a process. It may involve multiple systems and applications. So for example, let's say we have one requirement like this. Yeah. Give me a couple of minutes, I'll be back. Fine. So I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So I'll give you one business scenario where exactly the automation can be done. So the client is using some SAP application. Let's say our client is HDFC Bank. They're using SAP application. So their employees are going to log into the applications every day, log into SAP application. After login, they are going to select the invoice page. After selecting the invoice page, enter the invoice details. After enter the invoice details, they are going to approve it. And after that, create accounts and finally export the invoice, send an email to the customer, and then he's going to log out. This is called a process. What is the meaning of process? Process is nothing but a sequence of steps which you are performing on the top of the application. So here, which application your client is using? SAP. They may be using some Windows application or web application or mainframes or Oracle products or Salesforce. It can be any product. So your client may be using any product, and that product is used by the client employees, HDFC Bank employees. Every day they are going to perform the number of business processes like this. Number of business processes like this they are going to perform it. Okay. So that's what we are talking about here. So process is nothing but sequence of meaningful activities. Okay. Activities that make up a process. It may involve multiple systems and applications. It may involve in the multiple systems and applications. If this process is done by the human workforce, nothing but employees, human workforce, nothing but employees, then we call it as a manual. If this work is done by the digital workforce, nothing but a robots, IT robots. If this work is done by the IT robots, then we call it as an automation. Then we call it as an automation. So what the robot will do is, what IT robot will do, the IT robot is going to mimic a human user same way a human does. Exact same like clicks, navigations and typing and all this. Okay. So robotic is nothing but a script or a program. It's IT robot. It's going to mimic a human user the same way as human is doing it. Okay. So how the employee is performing the process, same way robotic is going to do automatically. That's what we are calling it as an automation. That's what we are going to calling it as an automation. Yes, Jogender, initially it looks like a little bit similar to the Selenium and QTP and some testing tools. Okay, so testing is different and automation is different. Okay, so if I want to execute on multiple systems and all, then obviously the automation RPA it comes. But Angel says it looks like a little bit similar with Selenium too. Okay, yes. Fine. So then process done manually. So if you look at here, the difference between the process done manually, process done with RPA. Okay. So the process done manually, if we talk about this here, your client is using either one application or multiple applications. Okay. Either one application or multiple applications, they will be using it. Application 1, application 2, application 3, like 3 applications they are using it. So on the top of these 3 applications who are working, so your client employees are working. Your client employees are working. Nothing but a human workforce. Nothing but a human workforce. Okay. So your client is using one Windows application, one mainframes application, another one is one Salesforce application. Okay. So every day employees will come to office, they'll log into the applications and they are going to perform all these activities. All these activities. This is process done manual process.
Now process done with the RPA. Now what the clients are looking for is the same process I wanted to complete by using my software robots. By using my software robots, I would like to perform it. And the place of human workforce, in the place of human workforce, I would like to use the software robots. I would like to use the software robots. So the software robots are going to work with the applications. That is called process done with RPA. That is called process done with RPA. So robotic processing automation. So this robotic process automation allows using software robots rather than the people to drive your business process. To drive means execute or perform the same applications, perform the sequence of steps. Earlier, also automation is not today, it is started from 2004, not today. The automation is started from 2004, right from it's almost more than 10 years. Okay, but earlier we used to write a scripts also. If you want to perform some action, okay, like some different tools are there. If you are performing that automation by using that tools, at least 50% you have to write a script. You need to write a coding. That's why the clients was not that much familiar. Okay, they are not that much interested to go for the tools automation. But now in 2016, the RPA tools, whatever we got, Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism and UiPath, like this number of tools we got, we'll talk about that later. We can perform the automation 100% without writing any code, without writing any single line of code. For example, this is there. All the steps without writing any single line of coding, we can do the automation. That's called robotic automation. Okay, so automation can be done with a number of ways. You can write a script. You can write VB script. You can write JScript, JavaScript, and C# and coding you can write and do the automation. But again, you have to write a code and do automation. But by using these RPA tools, whatever we are going to discuss, these tools are required zero coding. You don't need to write any coding, and you can go for perform all your automations. Unless if there is any otherwise, like there is any highly requirement is there, still it will support. If you want to add some code, you can add that code, not a problem. But what the RPA tools are telling from 2016, without writing single line of coding, if you want to do automation, let's use RPA tools. That's the basic concept of automation, robotic automation. Okay, you can use other tools also, but there you have to write a script, VB script or JavaScript, this all. Okay, when we talk about this RPA, robotic processing automation, this RPA is mainly in the banking sector is explained this. Most of the banks are using now, HDFC and HSBC, Barclays, Standard Chartered. Okay, so this all banks are using financial services. Where exactly they are using? To validate their credit cards and debit cards and health cards activations and frauds claim discovery. Okay, and insurance sector also is very good, RPA, and healthcare also, healthcare records, patients records maintenance, assigning the patients with the doctor appointments. This all where they are using reports automation. This and manufacturing and retail industry, mainly retail industry. So this all the places the RPA is adopted in the areas. So what are the tools we have in RPA tools? We have more than 20 tools in the market. RPA tools, more than 20 tools are there. These all are RPA tools. As I told, RPA is not today. It started in 2004. But earlier we used to write a script to automate the applications. 50% automation without writing the script. 50% we used to write a VB script and C# language or Visual Basic. Okay. But here, right from if you look at last 2 years, last 1.5 years and 2 years, then the automation is completely new. Without writing a single line of code, you can automate any type of application. Whether your client may be using mainframes or maybe SAP or Salesforce or web application or Windows application, any type of application we can do automation. Okay. So out of these 20 tools, the 4 are major. 4 tools are major. The first place is always for Automation Anywhere tool. Second place is for Blue Prism. Of course, both are competitors in the market. Right now in the RPA, competition is there only between these two tools, Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism. And third place, we can say that UiPath. UiPath is there in the third place, and WorkFusion. WorkFusion is not that much flexible because those you don't have much features. Again, you have to write coding. So by using Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism, maximum without writing single line of code, you can do automation. Just now I told, right, this, if you want to do this automation, maybe it takes 1 day, not more than that. Earlier we used to take 8 to 9 days time to automate this application, this particular process. Now it can be done without writing any code, maximum 8 hours, more than enough to do this particular job by using RPA tools. Okay. Yes, please, any doubts are there, please enter here. Madhuri, this RPA is for developing or testing. Madhuri, automation is different and testing is different. MI phone, yes, we can do cloud automation also. Okay, so I'll tell you exactly where the automation comes into the picture. We already know that SDLC life cycle, right? Software development life cycle. If we talk about very high level, what we'll do first? You gather requirement, design, development, testing. In testing, again, you will see unit test, integration test, black box testing, and finally we'll go for production, deployment, and go live. And here automation comes into the picture. Here automation. Again, in the automation, again we will see design, development, testing, and then deploy and go live. These are the again steps for your automation. So if your client is already using some application, SAP or some other application, initially they might have done all these steps, mainframes or any application. So initially they might have done all these steps. Once your client is started using the application, so as I told, initial stage, who will be using your client application? Employees will be using. Human workforce. I want to use the digital workforce in the place of human workforce. In the place of human workforce, I want to use the digital workforce. So there the things comes into the picture, robotic processing automation. So in RPA projects, again, there will be a robots development and designing, development, testing, deployment, and go live. So these all steps, again, it is a common project cycle. Okay. Yes, Srinivas, no problem. If you are missing any classes, we'll always provide you the recorded video sessions. And again, next batch you can allow. We have the multiple batches are going on. Okay. So that you don't need to worry about. We'll be talking about the difference between the tools, Kishore. Next step is that. Yes, Ram, ETL, BI projects only, mainly RPA is going to extract. Your robots will automatically extract, the data from database and send that output to the customers automatically. So for example, you are using employees to extract the data from database and send an email or storing that file into the server. So instead of human workforce, you can build the robots. Your robots will perform that work automatically instead of this. Here it is. Okay. So Parmesh will be talking about the course duration, syllabus, everything we'll talk about here. Every day we will be receiving the video session. No problem. So we talked about the tools, RPA tools. 4 tools are there: Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, UiPath, and Work Fusion. We are going to teach these 2 tools. In fact, job market is there for these 2 because Automation Anywhere is having very good implementation partner. Almost all the level 5 companies are started implementing the Automation Anywhere to the clients. Same thing for Blue Prism. If you want to know who are the companies that started implementing, if you go to automationanywhere.com and blueprism.com, you will come to know who are the customers who uses that and Automation Anywhere partners. If you look at almost level 5, all the level 5 companies are the implementation partners. So what is the meaning of implementation partner? For example, IBM is there. IBM, we know, is one of the #1 leading software company who are providing their software services to the thousands of clients across the world. So now IBM has identified, okay, Automation Anywhere RPA tool is good. I can propose this tool to my clients. Okay, so that's called implementation partner. So Deloitte, EY, Accenture, Wipro, PwC, almost every level 5 company is an implementation partner for Automation Anywhere. In fact, for Blue Prism also. Yes, we will provide the telephonic Skype. Yes. We don't have any tie-up directly with the clients. But we do in that way, the people, how we are doing the resume preparation, interview preparation, telephonics attendment, this all will do it. Yes. Okay. Fine, guys. Now I'm moving into the next point. Here it is. If you look at here, the top level leaders, just now I told Automation Anywhere is in the top position. Then next is a Blue Prism. Then is an UiPath here. And which sector RPA can be adapted in which sector? So we'll all benefit from RPA, like automation industry, government, banking sector, outsourcing, healthcare, retail industry, telecom, and insurance. Almost in every company, every domain we can implement our RPA, robotic automation. Okay. So first, the client will choose which tool they want to implement, Blue Prism or Automation Anywhere. Okay. So which one is required? We'll talk about that difference between Blue Prism and Automation Anywhere and all. So in banking sector, healthcare, insurance, logistics, retail industry, all the places. Windows applications you can automate, browser-based application, mainframes application, Java, cloud, VMware, Citrix, ERP, CRM. If your client is using any application, we are ready to automate. So it means everybody is a customer for us. Everyone is a customer for us. Okay. And these are the RPA partners. Just now I told you, right? If we click this link, we will find. So now we'll talk about what type of robots we are developing. Mainly we'll talk about 2 types of robots, FOR and BOR. FOR stands for front office robots. BOR stands for back office robots. FOR front office robots, BOR back office robots. So back office robots are unattended. What is the meaning of unattended? Unattended is nothing but without human interference. Without human interference, your robot will perform the actions. So for example, in some scenarios will be there, like human interference is required. Human interference in the sense, let's say you might be having credit card or debit card. Nowadays, everybody is having credit card or debit card. So you lost the debit card, let's say. You lost the debit card. What you will do? You will call to call center first. And you will say, I lost my debit card. Please block the card. And somebody will pick the call from the call center, from the bank call center. What they'll do is first they'll take your information. What is your date of birth? And you tell me some credential information, confidential information like your debit card address and all this. They'll ask. Okay. So once they take all this information, then they'll start doing the cancellation. Cancellation, if they are doing manually, it takes around 15 minutes, for example, because in the number of places they have to select the options and go for block the card. But my customer cannot wait 15 minutes on the call. He cannot wait 15 minutes. Within 2 minutes, that work has to be done. So then I'll go for using the robot. Then here, whatever just now I example explained, here human workforce is mandatory because robot cannot talk with my customer. Definitely employee has to talk with my customer and gather the information from the customer. After gathering the information, remaining work will be done by the robot. So here two people are using human workforce, digital workforce. Two things are working. That's called attended. Here unattended means without human interference. No way, human is not going to do that. For example, you will go to Flipkart and you want to order something. So you will select some items and then you will click a button. Automatically you will get a SMS. Automatically you will get an email. Automatically your invoice will be generated in the website. You can download that invoice. Anywhere human has interacted, any Flipkart employee has interacted with you? No. So that's called unattended. That work is done by the robot without any human interference. That's called unattended. Okay. So back office robots run unattended. When you are developing any robot, in that robot, if you say that human interference is not required, then it's going to be unattended. It will be done in match mode. You can execute in virtual environment, VM, and it is not supervised by anyone. No need to supervise anybody. If there is some problem, automatically your back office robot send heartbeats to your server so that it knows instantly when a robot is down. Whenever a robot is down, it will be keep on sending the heartbeats to this. Okay. So that's all back office robots. When I go for front office robots, just now I told, front office robots share the same workstation with an employee who has control over where and when it is used. If multiple like employee and as well as both robots are working, then it's called a front office robots. Okay. So front office robots, a robot that works side by side with human agents and assist them to automatically complete the process. As just now I given an example, credit card disability or activation. Okay, so both the things will be done. So in general use in the real time, where exactly the robots will be developed is when employee doing any process manually and repetitive, highly rule-based activities containing decision points that requires human intervention. Okay, there exactly we'll be using this front office robots like service desks. Service desks are nothing but a call centers, help desks, all call centers. This all communicating with the server, robot to the server. The robot is going to always communicate with the server. We'll call it as a control room here. We call it as control room. Execution logs. Okay, so this process done automatically. So the front office robots can be triggered only from the local machine. From the local machine, you can go for generate automatically here, or you can go for schedule it. Schedule the robot. It will be automatically executed. So the back office robot is a robot that works in an unattended manner, independent of any human interaction. So it is used same procedure, manual, any repetitive, like customer order management. This all. And Blue Prism is highly suitable for back office robots. Most of the banking clients will use Blue Prism. Blue Prism tool is highly suitable for back office robots. And automation anywhere is for front office robots as well as for back office robots. It will support. UiPath is for only front office robots. Okay, but UiPath is not that much famous compared to automation anywhere and Blue Prism. In RPA sector, only two are the leaders. Automation anywhere we will always use for front office robots. Blue Prism will use for back office robots. For example, any client is there, they want to automate their business application. They require both front office robots as well as back office robots. We can suggest to the client, let's go with automation anywhere as well as the Blue Prism also. So both they can use. That will be a perfect. So client, this is very less price. The cost of this price is very less. This will be like, if we talk about the implementation cost, I think it's not there. We'll talk about that later, not an issue. In project will be talking about the implementation cost and all. Yes, return on investment report. If you want to buy one robot license, it will be $3,500. It's almost 1 month salary of one employee. And control room is $11,000 or $12,000, around $12,000. So it will not be much more than that. Control room is nothing but a server. Okay. So we know that license for one robot, 1 year license is 3,500. One robot is equal to 3 employees. Your robot will work 24/7. If you are using a human 24/7, it counts as a 3 employees. So your robot can work 24/7. Automatically you can schedule and manually also. If there are people are working, then 20 to 30% you can decrease the human workforce if you are implementing the robotic. Okay. So some of the projects can be done without without any automation. Some of the project cannot be executed. I'll tell you an example. Okay. So now any doubts are there, please? Do we get the softwares, Srinivas? Yes, we are going to provide you the softwares. We will give you the video file, how to install. If you say I'm not able to install through the, TeamViewer, if you provide your system, our installation team will do that job. Generally, we will provide you the video that you can go for. Automation anywhere is going to be trial version. Licensed we can't get automation anywhere. Blue Prism we are licensed. Blue Prism is a licensed tool. Automation anywhere is a trial version. Okay. Yes. Any other doubts? Difference between Selenium and RPA automation. Selenium is a testing tool. Selenium is a testing tool. RPA tools, robotics are for automation. There is a difference between testing and automation. Maybe some similarity might be there. I don't have idea actually about the testing and Selenium tools, but there might be some, maybe. See, for example, if we talk about C language and C++ language, definitely there will be a similarity. Right? If we talk about C and C++, whatever variables, loops, this all there in the C language. Same things you will find in C++ also. But in C++, obviously, oops concept is there. Okay, and additionally polymorphism, inheritance, like this, a lot of other things will be there introduced. Same way, testing is different and automation is different. Testing means you are going to test your application is working or not. The logic is implemented properly or not. Like that difference. Okay, fine. If you do not have any doubts, let me move into the next step here. It's not mandate. That's what the main why the RPA tools has got into the picture is the reason. Without automation, you can do that. Sorry, without coding, you can. go for automation. Sometime, if you have some knowledge on .NET, that is very good. That is very good. Amit, it will work for 30 days. 30 days software will work. Pranav, we don't need to know any languages. Amit, after that you have to uninstall and again install. Very simple. Okay. So what is the basic things you must know it if you want to learn RPAs? You must be knowing what is meant by variable. What is if statement? What is the meaning of loop? These three are important. I hope everybody knows this. Variable is basically to store the values. If statement is basically to write decision based on some condition. Loop is nothing but same statements you want to execute multiple times. When I say multiple, maybe 10 or 20 or 100. It depends on your requirement. So if you are clear with these three things, then you can learn the RPA and implement it. Okay, so you can go for an implementation. So prerequisites to learn the RPA, as I told, client server architecture. That is not actual. Client server is nothing but just what is front end, what is back end. And domain knowledge. Domain knowledge, I'm going to explain. That's not a problem. Don't worry. So when I'm explaining the project, I'll explain banking sector and healthcare. Two sectors I'll explain so that we can. I'll provide you the robots. 4 to 5 robots I'll give you. The same thing you can explain. Financials and banking and basic law. Just now I told variable if statement should be able to understand the BPM process, business process management. Okay. So technically HTTPML, HTML, these basic things are required. That's don't worry about it. So just now I told I'll give you an example to do where the RPA comes. So there is one financial company in India. Okay, most probably you'll be knowing that Unattended company. Unattended is one of the financial servicing company who are providing the loans to their customers in India. They provide personal loans, business loans, mortgage loans, educational loans to their customers in India. So what Unattended company has done is in June 2016, they have implemented RPA before they enter into the market. In December 2016, they entered into the market. How they have given the publicity in the market is through the Facebook and through the LinkedIn and through other digital marketing. Digital marketing means everything it comes, email marketing and everywhere. They have given to the market saying that whoever is looking for personal loans, business loans, mortgage loans, okay, educational loans, please apply for it. We are ready to provide the loans. So in December 2016, they have given all this requirement through the digital market. Okay, so they given one application form. They given one application form to all the customers saying that provide your customer name and are you looking for mode of loan, phone number, email ID, your PAN card, your Aadhaar card, and how much you are expecting the loan, and what is your salary per month, and what is your company turnover in case if it is a business loan. These all details they have asked. Fill up the customer. So that's what the company has done. So what Unattended company has done is they have provided the information to the customers here. So within 10-15 days, this company has got 7.5 lakhs applications from the customers. The huge response from the customer. Now what Fullerton company has to do? First, they have to verify the 7.5 lakhs applications. Application means this information. They have to first verify that is a valid data or not. Phone number is right or not. Email ID is right or not. PAN card is valid PAN card or not. Aadhaar card is valid card or not. How will you find PAN card is valid or not? You have to access your government website and search and finally say that. How will you find Aadhaar card? That also say. Okay. So that and all we have to do it. Can we do this 7.5 lakhs applications verification within 10 days with human workforce? If you want to do with employees, how much time it will take and how much expenditure you have to put it, how much clarity you will get it. 7.5 lakh, because customers, people who are expecting the loans, they cannot wait more than 10-15 days. Obviously, there are number of companies providing the loans in India. If you are an eligible customer, why the Fullerton company? There is ICICI Bank, HDFC, Cholamandalam. There are number of people are there. So obviously, customer required the loan. They look for an alternative. So within no time, you have to reach the customer back. In case if the information is not correct, again you have to request your customer and get that information. So first, what you have to do? You have to validate. After validation, then what you have to do? You have to go for verify. And then you have to go for approve it. And then you have to go for confirm. These are the different steps we have to perform. These are the different steps you have to perform. You have to validate, verify, approve and confirm it. So 7.5 lakhs applications can I validate and verify and approve and confirm with human workforce? How much investment you have to do this? Okay, so that's a reason RPAs came into the picture. This type of projects you cannot execute with human workforce. You need a help of digital workforce, nothing but a robots. That is first one. Second, only robots cannot do this work. You need a human workforce. So here two people are there. Human workforce is required as well as robots also required. So both people are required and do this work. This type of projects definitely increase the jobs. If RPA is not there, this company will never think about this project. This will never. So 6 months they have implemented RPA. They have implemented Blue Prism. And once their project is ready, or their robots are ready, then they went into the market and they given the publicity and they got the information customers. They started validating, verifying, approval and finally confirm all the details. If the robots are not there, this company will not do this type of job. No way. Okay, so this type of projects obviously can be done by using only with the RPA, robotic processing automations. Okay. So what are the different types of jobs we'll see in RPA? There will be two jobs in RPA. One is RPA architect. Another one is RPA developer. What is the eligibility for RPA architect? Let's say you are working in IT industry last 8-9 years. You have 8 to 9 years of experience in IT. You might have worked with different technologies, maybe in testing tools or in BPO or in development also. Maybe you are working in SAP last 8-9 years. And you know the most of the business processes, like what type of applications clients are using, what exactly they are performing every day, where exactly automation is required. So architect should identify where the automation can be implemented. We cannot do automation each and every option. It is not possible. Only few things can be automated. So that has to be identified by the architect. It's almost like a project manager. RPA architect job is a project manager job. So RPA architect must have hands-on experience in the business applications, ERP, CRM, BPM, Salesforce, or Workday, or some, and you will be having around 3 to 4 years of experience in automation. And he should understand the client applications, understand the application business process, explain to the client what are the things can be automated and what are the things cannot be automated, and what is the reason why I can't able to automate. For example, there is something digital signature, handwriting. Handwriting you cannot automate. My tool cannot identify. You given some ABC, it cannot identify that is a or B or C, right? So handwriting cannot be automated. And provide the return on investment report. This is important, ROI, return on investment report. It means if you are going to do the automation, you should tell to your customer or your client, say that right now you are doing your work manually, your employees are working. So this is the cost you are getting. This is the time you are going to use. But after implementing RPA, after starting using the robots, then this much of time you can save and this much of money you can save. This much of accuracy you can do that. Okay, so these all benefits you have to show it to your client. That's called return on investment report. So architect's salary is a minimum 13 lakhs. That is a minimum. Minimum we will see that, and it will go up to 25, 26 also. And developer is obviously, just now I told, if you know the basic knowledge of that, you can start working with 1 or 2 years experience. Now robots are expecting and development can be done. It will be minimum salary is 5 lakhs and up to 9 also we can go. 9 or 10. Then after you work as a developer, you will become as an architect. There will be 2 roles in RPA. One is RPA developer, another one is RPA architect. This course is for RPA developer. Whatever I am going to give the training, that is for applying as a RPA developer. I'll provide you the documents for RPA architect. So people who are having around 8 to 9 years of experience in the real time, they can try for architect also. So I'll give the documents, how to prepare return on investment report and all that. So if you say, no, I don't have much experience in applications more than 8 or 9 years, then you can go ahead with RPA developer. Okay. So these are the 2 jobs we will see in the market right now. So this market is just started. RPA is not something is ending stage. It is just started in the market in 2016, in the mid of 2016 year, I guess. So just 1 year, just 1 year it is started. So in RPA initial stage, yes, Ram, you can apply as a architect, Ram, when you are, yes, you are working as a manager in data warehousing area last 9.5 years. So always you can, after completion of this, you can go for it. 10 to 11, Srinivas, you can expect 10 to 11 lakhs in RPA. It's quite calm. Minimum is 5 to 6 as a fresher. If you say I'm just passed out, I have learned RPA tools, I'm good in the tools, then you can go for 5 to 6. Okay, fine. So before we go into that, I'll talk about the syllabus of Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism. As I told, I'm going to teach 2 tools. One is Automation Anywhere, another one is a Blue Prism. Just 1 minute. సార్ ఈ ఎక్సెల్ షీట్స్ ఈ ల్యాప్టాప్ లో లేవు. Right, guys. Yes, this is Dell. Is it mandatory to learn two tools like Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism? It's better to learn two. If you are good and one tool also, you can apply. See, specifically they'll ask you, we are looking for Automation Anywhere. Sometimes they'll say we are looking for Blue Prism. Learning two tools is not a big deal. You can easily learn both the tools, not a problem. Once you learn one tool, then you can do it. Yes, Gopal, you are passed out in 2013. You have to apply as a experienced. Fresher word is not suitable for you, whether you do in RPA or any other things. You are almost lost that fresher option. Okay, so you have to apply as an experienced only, because 4 years gap you got. Madhu, do we have calls for a lot of calls are there, Madhu, now? Lot of calls. You can check it in Naukri. Lot of openings are there. Automation Anywhere 10.3 and 9 version PC. We are going to teach Automation Anywhere 10.3 and 9 version. 4 years you can apply as 2 years you can apply as a RPA developer, Gopal. 2 years. Difference between Blue Prism and Automation Anywhere. Just now I told Dell. Okay, your name is not there. That's why I'm calling Dell. It is showing that as a Dell. You logged with as a Dell. Okay. Now here is your answer. We don't need any JavaScripts and all. See, Blue Prism basically it supports for back office robots. Automation will support for front office robots. That's when your clients are doing that automation, then it will be used. JavaScript's not required, Pranav, but if you are having any VB script or JavaScript or C# or .NET, always it is preferable. I'll show that details also. I'll show that. Okay. So this is our Automation Anywhere schedule. It will be around 20 hours. Today we have done one we have discussed today. Types of bots we are not discussed. That we'll discuss tomorrow. Today we have just talked about what is RPA. What are the different tools are there in RPA. That's what we have talked about, right? Let me save as this and the desktop. This is December 18th. Okay, so it takes around 20 hours. It's weekly. 5 days is confirmed. Sometimes we'll take Saturday if I am good, and Saturday if I'm not having any project and all, I'll take it on Saturday also. So 5 hours is confirmed, Monday to Friday. That is per week. So it takes 4 weeks. So if we start the Automation Anywhere today is started, then what will be the end in January 12th? That's the end. Maybe 17th or like 2-3 days are very common. Like year end, January 1st is there. There may be holiday. Christmas is there, definitely. Festival holidays are there. So maybe 3-4 days more or less. Not less, it will be more only. Okay. So we'll take sometime Saturday also and it will work. Yes, Sandeep, you can go ahead with 2.5 years of experience. Pranav, regarding course cost, please talk with Naresh. I hope everybody is having this number, right? Please talk with this person regarding the course. Yes, exactly, Lakshmi. I'll prepare the resume and project, resume, interview questions. Everything we will provide. Yes, you can expect always good package, Lakshmi, because now RPA is just started. People are not there in the market. This is starting, Madhu. Tomorrow itself we'll start Automation Anywhere class. We'll call it as actually demo sessions, but actually course is started from today itself. Tomorrow it's a continuation process. Swati, you please talk with Naresh regarding the Skype and telephonic support. He can provide you the information. Srinivas, I don't think so. You need to format the system. You can also talk with Naresh. He will provide you. Redmi Mohan, I'll provide 3 projects. I'll provide 3 projects, Mohan. Ganesh, this 20 days is enough. Whatever I'm teaching every day, that you can practice. Maximum by end of January, you have to prepare your resume and apply for a job in Automation Anywhere. If you are going for both Blue Prism, then another 20 days. Blue Prism will take another 20 hours. Some people will learn only Automation Anywhere and apply. Some people will learn both the tools and then apply. It depends on your, okay. Yes, exactly. Lenovo 2016 passed out means 1 year you can put it as an RPA. We'll provide you the certificate also experience. You can talk with Naresh. Same timings, Sonu, 6 to 7. We are starting the batch today. It's 6 to 7 morning, and evening also 6 to 7. Evening also 6 to 7. That is. Yes. We'll be talking about real-time project. Same thing. We'll put it in our resume and we have for interview point of view. Parallel course, Srinivas, we don't have. You have to talk with Naresh. Maybe he is the coordinator. That's what, Kishore, you please talk with Naresh. When the Blue Prism sessions will be started, this all you can talk with him. So tomorrow we'll start with the practicals of automation. Okay. So installation of the software, this all please talk with Naresh. He is the person who will provide everything. Installation, telephonics, placements, this all you will be talking about. Okay. So any doubts here, please? Yes, do you have any doubts here? Yes, Hina, we can upload. We can put it as 3 projects like that. No problem. I'll explain all the things in the project class. We have separate project class and all this. Blue Prism syllabus is this. You can see the Blue Prism syllabus also here. There 2 people has raised the hand. Is this MI phone? Still you are not entered the doubt in the chat window. Please enter your doubt in the chat window. So you can go ahead with Sandeep. All this experience and all we'll talk about in the project class, no problem. After completion of Automation Anywhere project will be there. That is about Automation Anywhere project. Once it is done, then Blue Prism will be there, then Blue Prism project. As it is. Yes, Lakshmi, it can be done. That's obviously we can do it. That much of market is there. We can expect 10 plus in the market right now. Fine. So let's see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow also is going to be a demo session. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow. And today class is already recorded. It's future of RPA is just started. Srinivas, don't need to worry about another minimum 5 to 6 years. Okay. After the course, practice can be done always wrong because you are installing the software in your system. You can always do it. You can always do that. Regarding evening batch, you please talk with Mr. Naresh Amit. Okay, fine. So let's see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll go ahead. Today's session will be uploaded in this RTL online training demo session. So you can subscribe to this and go ahead. Thank you. Thank you, guys.